Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. I just really wanted to come and just share with you today that you have to start thinking about your art career a little bit differently. Like some people ask me, what is the main cause when it comes to artists either struggling or being what's considered starving, right? People always talk about, like starving artists. And I'm going to come to you today and just kind of explain a little bit about what are the mindset kind of tweaks you need to make, and what are the behavior patterns that you need to start thinking about in order to make sure that your art career either thrives or you reach your goal. Okay. Now, before you even move further, if you are an artist or if you're just someone watching this and you know someone who's an artist who either may be wanting to go to the next level or is wanting to actually do their art full time, go ahead and share this video with them. If you love them, if you care about them, share this with them because this could be the thing they need to go and change their life and move towards the right direction. Now, number one, you have to start thinking about your art career almost like an investor. So what do I mean by that? So generally, if someone is either starting like a business or they're starting like an investment, they have a very small amount of money, right? And maybe they have, say, $100, they go invest in $100 worth of products. Their job is to try and flip those products and then make more money. So now the next time around, they have like $500. And they take those $500, they put it in, they get their product back out, they sell it. Now maybe they have $1,000. Buy more product, get it back, sell it. Now they have 15, and they just keep doing that over and over and over and over again. Now, in the world of business, there are certain products and certain things you can do so that the next time that you sell everything out, instead of only having 500, you can have 1,000. Instead of only having 15, you can go and have 3,000. You start doubling instead of just 1.5xing, right? It's the same thing when it comes to our art career. There are certain things that we can do. Now, there's mainly three things you can do when you're trying to invest. Number one is investing in courses, programs, coaching. Okay, this is the things that give you the biggest return on your investment because it cuts down the amount of time that it takes for you to go and reach your goal by eliminating a lot of the mistakes that the person might have made. Now, the second is investing in events. Okay, so whether this is going and investing in art shows, whether this is investing in like exhibitions, any time that you can go and get your art or yourself in front of more people. That's the second type. The third type would be investing in art supplies. Okay, now notice the order we put them in. Number one is courses and programs. Number two is events. Number three is actually art supplies. Now, this is the success stack of someone who's actually successful with their art. Most people who struggle actually have an inverted version of this. How most people who struggle think about it is one, they pay for art supplies. Two, they go and pay for events. Three, they pay for coaching. Now, I'm going to explain why logically that makes sense. But in terms of someone who's actually been there on both sides of the table of owning a coaching program and of being a full time artist, let me show you exactly why that is wrong. Number one is because when it comes to art supplies, you're generally, if you're starting out, you have no one guiding you, the pieces that you're making are not necessarily going to be the pieces that are going to sell for the 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Oftentimes when we're starting out, we often think way too small, or the types of materials that we get are not the ones that are going to provide the biggest return on our investment. It's not until you look at maybe at a course or at a program where you see, okay, I should just skip this size painting or this size sculpture completely and go to this next level. Now, the second one, so let's say that you invest in art first, and we just kind of talk about why investing in your art supplies first is not necessarily the best decision. Now, let's say that you start investing in events as your first option too, right? So maybe you start going to art shows, or maybe you started really trying to get into galleries. Now, most people in their first 1 to 2 years don't know exactly which shows and events and locations and galleries and exhibitions are the ones that are going to give them the most money. So what ends up happening is you spend a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years for some people, really trying to learn the circuit and really trying to learn where you're going to be making your money. Now, in that time, you're going to be losing a lot of money because you're going to be maybe paying for a show or paying for, a plane or paying for a bus ticket, however you take that to get there, to hold your booth, to do all the stuff, to get your meals. And that's going to be very, very expensive. Where if you just paid someone who's like either, a coach or a course that showed you exactly how to go and find the best events, you'd be able to actually do less events, make more money, and be able to move a lot faster and farther up the food chain. So you'll be able to go and really hit your goals a lot faster. So that's kind of why it's like it needs to be going programs and education, events, then your art. That's the stack of someone who's very successful. And that's why you start thinking about your, art career more of like a business or like an investor. Because if you know exactly what to invest in when, it's going to save a lot of time on the front end, and it's going to take you from having to, maybe take 3, 4 years to be able to go and hit 20, $30,000 a year with your art, to being able to go and hit 50, 70, 100,000 inside of 1 year, but just getting connected to the right mentor and the right person who's showing you exactly what to do. Now, for some of you guys, like that might be me. For some of you, it might not be me. But I just want to make it open and just available to you guys to know that going the route of, paying maybe 100, 1,000, 2,000, $3,000 for a course might seem expensive if you're looking at from it, as the way backwards. Art supplies, events, and coaching. Versus if you're looking at someone who's actually trying to go and get to, 50 grand, 100,000, 150, 200,000, you'll understand that paying, $3,000, $5,000 for a program to save 10, 20, $15,000 worth of mistake is just invaluable. So if that's you and you're ready for some help, go and send me a message or click on the link either above or below the video. So it'll take you to a link to go and either watch some more client testimonials, look at some student success results, or even book a call with me to make sure that you know exactly what you need to do in order to go and reach your goals in your career. If that's you, go on ahead and I will talk to you soon. I will see you inside the next video. Take it easy.